old man sat alone in the moonlight, his hands weathered, his swords resting beside him. Miyamoto Musashi, undefeated in battle, had spent his entire life mastering the way of the sword. Yet on this night, he faced an enemy he could not cut: time itself. They called him invincible, a demon with a blade. But now, as the wind whispered through the trees, he closed his eyes and asked himself one final question. Had he won, or had he simply survived? The ghosts of 100 duels answered in silence. Miyamoto Musashi sat in the dim glow of a dying fire, staring at the calligraphy he had just finished. His hands, once swift and deadly, now trembled, not from fear, but from time. The undefeated samurai, the man who had slain warriors, strategists, and swordsmen alike, was nearing the end of his path. He had fought without armor, without hesitation, using only his mind and the steel in his hands. He had walked into duels outnumbered, outmatched, and emerged victorious every time. Yet as he looked upon his own words in the Book of Five Rings, he realized something. The greatest battle was never against another man. It was against the self. For decades, he had chased perfection in combat, but in the end, he understood. True mastery was not just winning fights. It was knowing when to lay down the sword. And so, with one final breath, Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest swordsman to ever live, put down his brush, closed his eyes, and let history carve his name into legend.